Okay, let's talk about how to read a graph that is a cumulative record from a rat. So, part of this course is giving you some exposure to basic research, showing how basic research is done, and also to have you experience some of the experiments to see how they um, might affect your clinical practice. So, let's grab our rat. I've already run an experiment, and if you ever want to go back into your experiments, all you have to do is just click on the experiment itself. I'm going to go into graphing. And here's my graph. So there's two different ways to look at this graph. I recommend that when you're doing your graphing that you go under graphing preferences and that you select without pen resets, because this is what it looks like with pen resets. And this is what it looks like without. And as you can see, it's a lot easier to read without pen resets. So each of the little squiggles in the line represent a response. So this is a cumulative record, so each response builds upon the next. And as you can see, when you see lots of squiggles, that means lots of responding. And when you see a straighter line, that means that no responding has occurred. What are these black lines? These black lines are the pellet delivery. So they call it reinforcements, but let's call it pellet delivery that will hopefully reinforce that behavior. So every time you see a black line on the cumulative record, that's when a pellet was delivered into the hopper. So now you know how to read the graph. So the higher the steeper the slope, the faster the responding, the less steep of a slope, the less quickly you're seeing responding. Let's also look at some options that will help you as you're writing your report as well. Let's go into behavior analysis. Now, you're going to see probabilities and you're going to see behavior frequencies. And you're probably wondering what bark, bite, dipper, exploit, move, objum, all those types of things mean. What you can do is that you can go under behavior examples and you can click on them and it will give you a definition as well as a visual of what those mean. They might be helpful to talk about what the rat was doing when they weren't pressing a lever. So in this case, let's do rear. So the rat's facing to the rear. And let's go back to behavior frequencies. And about 65 times my rat went to the rear of the chamber. So that might be really good extra information for you to put into your paper. You don't have to put these graphs in. You can if you want, but you don't have to. What you do have to put in is when you go to graphing, you're going to put, and I'm going to hit cancel here. You're going to go to make graph snapshot. And that's going to save that picture to your desktop, which you will then insert into your Google Doc. So hopefully this helps you read a cumulative record a little bit easier. And thank you for watching. The less Okay, let's talk about how to read